quarterbacks looking?
Good, very good competition. You know, the 3 days of practice has been completed, and it's been really good. I mean, they've thrown the ball well, leading well, focusing meetings, so it's really off to a good start.
Jim said during the media days that the three of them are basically tied. What in your mind separates one quarterback versus another? Not specifically, but whoever wins out, what's going to be the difference for them?
We feel that's the best player for us to win football games with.
What are your thoughts on ever having multiple quarterbacks play regularly?
I think that's you can do that. You know, at times there are different packages and things. You know, going into a football game, you're always trying to look for the best way to attack the defense. And if that's something that presents a problem for the team that you're playing, then that could be an option.
What do you think about this fall, that being an option?
I don't know yet. It's so early in camp. We're still putting this thing together and putting the offensive concepts together and things we're doing. So we'll see as we go.
Jim talked about maybe 10 practices or so to decide, to really know on a quarterback. How about offensive line? How long into camp is it before you get a good sense of that?
It just depends, you know. It could be practice 10, could be practice 12. I mean, we just put pads on yesterday, and things change when you put pads on. You know, when the competition of hitting and the physicality and moving people off the ball and things moving faster. So as we go, we'll make that decision.
Obviously, you want to get the right five and the right quarterback, but is there an urgency to do it quicker so that they can kind of solidify themselves and get used to being that lead person in that role?
You know, it comes a point in time, yeah, you have to make the decision, but you never want to rush into making a decision. You know, as a coaching staff, we want to feel good about who the best starters are and who the best 11 are. So, I mean, we'll come to that point when we will, but we're not going to rush into it and feel like, we got to make it right now. I mean, we're still putting in concepts, and we're evolving and creating an identity about ourselves. So it's something that as we go, we'll figure it out.
Where do you think Mason will play this year?
That's a great question. You know, Mason's a very, very talented athlete, great offensive lineman. We're just kind of moving the deck around inside, and we'll see how it all shakes out. But he's a guy that can play all 5 positions. I mean, that's how talented he is, and did a great job this summer leading these guys, and great mindset, and just got an eye of a tiger, man. He wants to be the best, which is awesome.
How deep of a rotation would you plan, if all things being equal, with an offensive line, you know, on a regular game day?
Usually, I mean, you want to find the best 6th, 7th, and 8th linemen, you know, to help out. You want to have a guy to be able to swing tackle, a guy inside could play center, guard, you know, and another guard or possibly tackle. So, you know, it's 6, 7, 8 deep.
How do you split the snaps among the quarterbacks?
You know, we just kind of rotate through. We go through the practice and say, hey, we're going to put this guy in these 4 plays and these 4 plays and these 4 plays. And it's equally divided, no favoritism. It's, hey, we're rolling the balls out. We'll see who the best guys are.
Can you just kind of athletic options at right tackle with Juwan? And I know John, one of the more athletic linemen that you guys have. Can you kind of just describe that right tackle position a little bit?
Yeah, Juwan and Nolan's over there. John Runyon can work over there. You got Andrew Stuber, Chuck Filiaga. We have some guys, you know, to work with there. We feel good about all of them. As we progress through, we'll see, you know, how they understand the offense and if they can think quickly on their feet and their physicality and things. But you know, it's kind of rotation. Maybe it's somebody else swinging over there. You know, it's so early, but we feel very, very good about the guys that we have. We feel very good about their athleticism and what they did over the summer and things, and the understanding of what we're trying to do. So we're excited about it.
And it's still early, but obviously with practice and stuff. But is there anything that you notice different about John or Juwan specifically coming into this year?
You know, you know, the point is their number's getting called, so there's nobody in front of them. You know, so it's you know, they have a desire to be good. It's you know, they're really trying to be on point, and I think it's a maturity getting older in the program, and it's their time. It's their time to be a starter here in Michigan and to play at this great institution. So, I mean, it's an exciting time.
Thoughts on what Pep Hamilton brings to the mix on your side of the ball?
Outstanding football coach. You know, just love Pep. Love Pep who he is. Very knowledgeable, non-ego guy. I mean, just ideas, collaborations. You know, I think the world of Pep. Pep's a great man, great father. Really excited to have him. I'm thankful that he's here. Really am.
How is Michael Onwenu looked? Obviously, you guys had a goal for him in the
Yeah.
offseason.
Yeah.
How has he progressed as far as that's concerned?
Really nice. You know, Mike's, you've probably seen him walking around. He looks good. He's really moving well. His foot turnover speed, his understanding. It's really, he's doing a great job. And he's really worked hard at it, you know, which is cool.
Is there a weight that you want him at? Or
You know, my thing is I've coached guys that have been 380 plus pounds,
Okay.
you know, and you don't want to fixate on the weight because they'll start to fixate, oh gosh, I'm not good enough, I can't move at this weight. Hey, how well can you move at this particular weight and then go from there? You know, it's just, if you're good at X amount of weight and you can block somebody, you can pick up a pressure, you can, you know, a 3 technique cross your feet, you can cover them up. You know, those are the things you look for. You just don't want to put a number on them.
Going back to Pep, he's 7 months in the program now. How has he built relationships as a new coordinator, passing game coordinator? You know, guys like Wilton Spade, Brandon Peters, John O'Corn. Why is that important to really forge that relationship?
I think it's, I mean, right away, I mean, when Pep walks in the room, he's just a wealth of knowledge. You know, he demands from those guys. He understands the different scenarios and the answers to the problems of the matchups. And you'll be just, and he just, he coaches those kids just like, those young men, just like his own son, his daughter. You know, he's very loving, very caring, very passionate. And, you know, I always think you can judge a person's heart 10 feet away. You can tell when a person's got a good heart. And Pep's got a golden heart. I mean, it's unbelievable.
What are your thoughts on the disappearance of two-a-days? And do you have to structure things differently at all because of that?
You know, I think it's good. I really like this plan. You know, the day off, I think that gives those guys to, you know, get their thoughts clear, get their off their feet, get their rehab, and feel fresh when they come back in. I love the way we do it. There's no time restriction, so we're gonna meet, we're gonna practice, we're gonna walk through. You know, really gives you a battle rhythm, and I think it's really good that we got to come to camp a week earlier, especially with this young football team to get started. So I think everything is really positive and feel really good about it.
Jim talked at the media days about consolidating the staff. You guys have 3 guys back there between you, Pep, and Greg with coordinating experience. How do you keep from having kind of too many cooks there?
It's not. I mean, I think that, you know, when you get guys that are really good at what they do and with their expertise, I think when you collaborate and you come up with different ideas, it just becomes stronger, the ideas. And it's, you know, great coaches are great coaches. I mean, you can't have enough of them. So I think that as we push forward here, there's just great ideas coming out, and we're coaching, and guys are liking it. You can tell.
Do you feel like you complement each other with your backgrounds?
Absolutely. You know, with Coach Fry coming in, it's nice. It's, you know, me being the offense coordinator with Coach Fry helping with the offensive line and breaking things up. That's really refreshing, and you know, with his background and some single back things that he's done in Indiana, the great linemen that he's coached, the expertise of some of the tackles he's coached has been great. With Pep, you know, with us working together in 2010 at Stanford and the different ideas that we did there, it's really good. And you know, just we all complement each other, and I really love the offensive staff. I love who they are as people. I love who they are as coaches. I love the wealth of knowledge, and Jay Harbaugh and Scott Turner. I mean, you go down there, Al Nether, GA. I mean, they're all very good.
Well, some seniors outside and that tight end. Can you talk about some of the players that are taking advantage of the opportunities they're getting so far at camp?
Yeah, I mean, the 5 wide receivers that we signed, and we were really explosive outside with great speed. You know, with Keiko Crawford and you know, DPJ, Donovan People-Jones. You know, Grant Perry, you know, just all those guys. It's a really good core guys. Tight end wise, you know, TJ Wheatley and Ian Bunting, Sean McCune. You know, you look at those guys; they're very complement each other very well. It's what we're trying to build concept wise with our system, so they fit in well with what we need.
So how have the changes made? What you mentioned, you know, with Greg and then Jay, first time running backs coach. How the offensive coaching changes, does it influence the way that, you know, does it change the way you're going to do things, I guess?
No, I mean, I am who I am. I think that I'll be a better coach because of it, because of the wealth of knowledge and with Jay working with the running backs, he's done a great job. I mean, those running backs understand the assignments and what we're doing. So it's going to make us better as a team. It's going to make me better as a coordinator and make us all better coaches.
What do you think of with Greg and Jay, kind of the tandem on the run game, the emphasis on there? What do you think of that?
Great, outstanding, really good.
You mentioned earlier about Mason being able to play all 5 spots. I think there's a bunch of guys all over the country moving tackle to center or center to guard. Do you think offensive linemen are more versatile today? And do you see that changing, and why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think in college football they can be, just because sometimes the guy across the line is not playing with the measurables that you are in the NFL because they have a standard of the arm length and at the defensive end spot. But when you're a good athlete and you're a good offensive lineman, in college football you should be able to play all 5. And even in an NFL, if a guy's athletic enough, you're not going to put a short arm guy at left tackle or the right tackle spot, but you can see those characteristics and skill sets that make them special.
Is just athletic ability?
Athletic ability is huge, and and I think in the offensive line is be able to see the screen move and be able to adjust, have football awareness is huge.
Tim, do you think you have more guys other than Mason right now that can do that can play maybe 4 spots, maybe all 5?
Yeah, I'd have to sit here and think about it. I think that, there's guys more than I have, because their athletic ability, and the strength and the power that they play with, yes.
Got time for a couple more questions?
Tim, where's Cesar Ruiz fitting into all this?
He's doing outstanding. Cesar had a nice summer. He's a guy that could play inside, could be a center, could be a guard. He's really understanding what we're doing. He's farther along as a freshman, coming in mid-year. Does a nice job when we're teaching these concepts in the room, in the classroom, being able to come up and answer and think quickly on his feet. So pleased with him.
At a camp, he was talking about he was used to the structure coming from IMG, so coming here, the schedule and everything wasn't too much, but speed-wise, of course. I mean, how is he kind of early on? How is he adapted just to the college speed?
Very nicely.
You still letting those freshmen, the latest arrivals, are they still working at tackle, or are you trying them in other spots? I know you said in the spring that you're going to start those like Chuck and Andrew Warnford.
Yeah, we're tackles and some guards spots.
A little bit
Yeah, we usually restrain from a center spot because that's really a lot of thinking. Because that's the quarterback and the center usually working in tandem and directing traffic and things. So